morning mission. We're heading out to a historic town today, and we're going to do some detecting, and we're going to do some check out the rivers out there, see if we can find any good creeks, good rivers that we can jump in and do a bit of treasure hunting. Let's go. What's the time? It's pretty early. It's pretty early in the morning. Anyway, let's get out there. It's probably going to be about a 2-hour drive. Rightio guys, made it to the spot where I'm going to go do some detecting. Now I've got a bit of a walk up the hill. This is an old cricket oval. It's been used since the late 1800s. So thought I'd come up and have a checkers, do a bit of detecting on the oval and see if we can find any old stuff. It's pretty nice here. Definitely an old unique historic town, that's for sure. Now apparently there's an old gold mine over there. Anyway, let's get up the top and see what we can find. Alright guys, so I've just made it up to the top of the track. You don't believe how hard that is, man. I'm puffing, but get a load of this. This is the cricket oval / Aussie rules field. I think they played Aussie rules here. Pretty sure they did. There's a cricket pitch out in the middle. Now I'm going to hunt around all the outskirts of this oval for the next hour or two, and then we're going to hike it out of here. Alright guys, well I'm just on the field now. I've been hunting around for about 20 minutes. Not too many signals. There's a fair few low signals, 12s and 13s and 15s. I don't really want to dig those. I'm sort of looking for the higher 20 and above with a bright tone. So I'll keep searching, but not as good as I would have hoped for at the start of a search anyway. Alright, well let's get back to it. Rightio guys, well unfortunately I've sort of walked around the outside of this cricket oval, following the logs, trying to think of where people would have sat to watch the games. There's really no targets. There's a lot of noises, but a lot of them are just 12 and 13s and 15s, and I'm not going to dig those numbers. I'm really only looking for the mid to high 20s, but I'm not getting those at all. So I've been around once, and I just come up to the back here, just in the trees, just with the gold setting, and I'm just walking around this area here, and you know the thing's beeping off its tree, but I just decided to dig one signal, and that's what I got, an old bottle cap. So I can imagine all the other signals are bottle caps, but yeah, a little bit disappointing. There isn't any good signals from the field. But I'll show you what this is doing when I'm walking along. So there's obviously a lot of crap in the ground. It's all low numbers anyway. Yeah, see. So that's all garbage, really. I wouldn't even know what a gold would sound, what numbers would ring up anyway for gold. Anyway guys, what I'll do, I'll probably detect a little bit more just on the way out, on this right side, go out that way. And if I find anything, I will record it, but if not, we'll head back to the car, and then we'll try and get down to the creek / river, see if we can find a rocky spot that we can jump in and do some water detecting, I suppose. we'll see how we go. Rightio guys, well, the oval behind me, really no signals. I mean, there was a fair few between 9 and 15, fair few of those signals, but I'm not digging those. I only wanted to come and see if there was any like older coins, perhaps pennies or florins or silvers or anything like that, and not to be. I don't know. I can only assume that the place has been detected before. I can only assume that because I can imagine, you know, it's been going since 1882, something like that. So you got, you know, 140 years of activity on the oval, and to this day they still use it to play cricket. So anyway, we're going to walk back to the car now, and we'll go to the next part of our adventure here in Walhalla. Rightio guys, so I'm walking down the track now. That's up to the cricket field, and we're going to be walking down this way. It's probably about a 15-20 minute walk, but they got signs along the track. This is referring to a Sarah Ann Hanks who contracted smallpox, but it says here this is believed to be the grave of one of its final victims, and behind the sign is what looks like a grave. So this must be where they buried her, up in the mountain. That's not her, that's a different picture of someone who has been infected. Doesn't look real good, does it? Oof. Anyway, so Sarah Ann Hanks, may you rest in peace. Would have been a pretty bad way to die. Anyway, as long as her hand doesn't bust out of the ground and start crawling out of the ground, I'm happy. Alright, so as you can see guys, the track here is pretty steep. Coming up's a bit of a bugger. It's a bit of an effort coming up this track, but coming down's a bit easier. Unless you slip, fall and roll down the hill. But beautiful, it's a beautiful area here. Very, very hilly though. The hills are huge. And it's funny enough, Walhalla runs through at the bottom of the hill base alongside the river. They just saw the river there and they just built houses on the side. That's how the town formed. Apparently, back in 1860 or 1870, something like that. Yeah, anyway, we'll get down the bottom and might go check out the cemetery, see what that's like, have a bit of a gawk at that, and then we'll get down to the creek or the river, see if we can find a spot where the tourists go, and maybe dive in the water, get in the water and swim about with my little Quest scuba detector, handheld detector, and see if we can find any treasures in there. I'm sure someone's dropped something in there. Anyway, as a treasure hunt, it's not going too well, but could just be a nice day out having a look around Walhalla. Alright, here's another historic board. It's basically saying Walhalla was diverse in its cultures. Bocce was a favourite with the Italian community. Tennis was popular in Walhalla with both men and women playing. So you got tennis, you got bocce. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting town. It's very unique, very, very unique. They had a rifle club, Mechanic Institute, Bank of Victoria. That's great. The current cricket ground was formed. So they used to lug all their stuff up. They went up there and they went up the top of this hill. They made a track, obviously. Went up the top of the hill, cleared out of space for a cricket field, and then they'd lug all their stuff up when they're playing the game. Lug it all up and lug it all back. Holy moly! Hard work. Be buggered by the time you even started your game. Geez, I wouldn't like to be walking around this track when it's really bucketing down rain. I reckon the rain had smashed down this mountain. Anyway, here's another historic board. Said cycling. Whoa. Look at those beasts. Look at those beastie bikes, mate. Ooh, you beauty. Get those in the Olympics. Ned Iverson racing on the track circling the cricket ground. There's a track up there circling the cricket ground? Holy dooly. Okay. Oh, still got a fair way to go, crikey. Another historic board here. A notable game. The most famous football match ever played in Walhalla between Walhalla and the Boer Boers on July 21st, 1924. Well, okay. 1924. Wow, look at them. Nearly 100 years ago. I'll be all ghosts of history now. Okay, so this will be the last board before I get down to the car, but it says here the first recorded mention of local cricket took place in 1863. Miners from Walhalla played at Rosedale during the Christmas break. This picture here is taken in 1911. Wow. Very interesting. Alright guys, made it back to the car. I'll just show you. So this is the main road that goes through Walhalla, but this is the creek that they sort of built the town on. And it runs through the whole town. Beautiful little creek. Like, look at the rocks in there. You know, there's probably gold in there, you never know. The gold mine's just down the road there, like 500 metres. There could be gold washing through here. We just need to get in and check, I suppose. That'd be interesting to do that. Anyway, let's get down to the cemetery. Rightio guys, so we're going to go up and check out the cemetery. Walhalla Cemetery. Topographically spectacular. The Walhalla Cemetery is the final resting place for approximately 1,300 people. Shit. So there it is there. And that photo's 1895. Wow, let's go. Let's go and have a look. Have a look at this area, guys. The road is right in between this hill and that hill. Massive. Huge gully, and the river's just over here. Even though it's only small here, it's only small that it runs down the side of the road. But it's pretty cool. Have a look at that, it's all rocky river. It's pretty awesome. I think tourists can camp along this river in the summer, in the holiday season, but yeah, so you got a nice rocky creek all the way. This is one you want to be able to get into and move rocks around and check if there's any gold hidden anywhere. That'd be cool. Right, let's go to Walhalla Cemetery. Rightio, here we are guys. It's Walhalla Cemetery. Entry restricted to daylight hours. Yeah, okay. Some big trees here. Recognised as one of the most unique in Victoria. 1866 was the earliest burial. Nice. So she's got a bit of age to it. But as you can see, that's level there. It's just, the hill just goes steep. It is steep. You go up here. Oh, these graves are right up here, eh? Right up on the hillside. Well, they got a good view, that's for sure. See if I can clean that a bit. Right, let's go up the stairs here. Oh, some new flowers here. Died 16th of May 1909, aged 32. 32 years old. That's no good. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, that the cemetery comes all the way back. 1300. Doesn't look like there'll be 1300 graves here. 1300's a lot. Well, no, it goes all the way over there, but they're very spaced out as well. Tell you what, the gardener needs to come in here and bloody cut the grass, that's for sure. She's getting a bit out of control. I'm going to make sure there's no snakes around. Yeah, so there we have it, guys. This is Walhalla Cemetery. Very old, 1866. So, you know, 150, 160 years. But set on the side of the mountain. Crikey. Have a look at the height of that mountain over there. And like the mountains all around. And then Walhalla's down along that road that goes along the bottom of the gullies. Huh. It's weird how they started this town. Very weird. So yeah, you're gonna probably have graves that are unmarked. Patrick Kennedy, 1907, 41. Erected by his loving mother. Okay, so probably back in the day they... Whoa, look at those trees up there. Is that a grave? I wonder if that's a gravesite. Should I walk up there? Probably should. Let's check it out. This bloody track's pretty dodgy. Whoa, big steps. Nah, it's not a grave up there. It's just the trees have formed weirdly. Okay. It's very tranquil. Very tranquil. Oh, this headstone's busted. Okay, so what we're going to do from here, I'm going to go down and try and find a spot on the river. Try and find where the tourists would swim, and I'm going to get in the river, have a bit of a swim around with my hand detector, underwater one, see if we can find anything that people drop. I won't say we'll look for gold because that's too hard. Too hard looking for gold. But we can go to the hot spots that the tourists go to. Oh yeah, there's a fair few more graves over here. Look, they even go up there. It's bloody miles out of the way. Crikey. Rightio guys, so I've been walking around here. It's really not much to look at, it's just graves on a hillside, but beautiful, very beautiful, nice and tranquil and peaceful. Really nice spot, I suppose, for these guys to finish up. So I'm gonna finish up here now. I'm gonna head down to the river, the creek, try and find a tourist swimming spot, and get myself geared up and jump in the water and see if I can find anything in the water. Okay, 1988, so they're still... Okay, here's one here. 2015. Okay, that's pretty... It's only 5 years, 6 years ago. Righto, let's get down to the... Let's have another quick squiz at the cemetery. That's the Walhalla Cemetery. Beautiful, very beautiful. Still don't think there's 1300 here, but anyway, there must be. They've obviously got it logged. Anyway, we'll call this a wrap and let's get down to the river. This will be the last location I probably venture to. I'll get down to the river and we'll see if we can find a spot to get in and do a little bit of hunting in the creek / river. Have to make sure I'm able to do it. We'll see if we can find the spot where everyone goes and then jump in and see if we can find any treasures in there. I'm sure people have dropped stuff or lost stuff over the last 20 or 30 years, surely. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're at the Goldfields Railway. I've just sort of parked up in a spot. Apparently this is where people come and swim in the Thompson River. So we'll come and have a look down here. I mean, it looks good over there, but she's got a bit of flow. She's got a bit of flow through there. Oh, she's a bit muddy. Anyway, we'll see if we can follow the track down. Oh yep, might even be able to drive down here. I'll just back out. But, there's a lizard there. Oh, there he goes. Smile, buddy, you're on camera. There you go. We'll have a look down here. Okay, so you've got that creek over there, which runs down from Walhalla, and obviously converges on the Thompson. So now all this trees and shit, I'm assuming was washed down in the flood that we had a few months ago. There was a big flood. So I don't know if you're gonna, I mean, there's a little pocket here that's pretty calm. I could probably have a bit of a swim and a search in there. Yeah, I don't know, that's way too rough over there. It's way too rough in there, so let's go and have a look on the other side. Okay, so you got the railway up there. This is pretty dodgy in here too. I don't know if that's gonna really eventuate because it's a bit deep there. It's too deep. There is rocks up there, but probably only got the one spot in this area. Probably only got the one spot over the other side, which is, yeah, disappointing, but there's really no other spots in this area. Alright, so this is the Walhalla Goldfield. Sorry, the railway. Oof. I don't know where this track goes, but there's a train that does come here and pick people up, maybe a tourist thing. Thompson Station. Return fares, adult $30. Shit. Where are they going? station, and then you got some sheds and stuff back there. But let's go and have a walk down the road here and see if we can access the creek. We've really got to try and find a spot like that first spot, which had minimal flow. So maybe that's where people come and swim. Anyway, I really don't think there's going to be access points down here because we're way up above the creek here. It'd be good if there was some sort of accessibility, because there's nice little rock bar down there that I could, if I could get down there, I could search a bit in the rocks and like see if there's any gold, search for gold basically. But yeah, can't get down there, can't access it. There's no track or anything. Anyway, looks like we only got the one spot, which I might just gear up and get in that one spot and see how it goes. So there's not many people here in Walhalla today. It's Monday. Yeah, I just don't know if there's going to be any access points. There's really no access points from the bank here. One, we're too high up, and then it's starting to flow like nothing. It's really got a flow on it down here. So yeah, we'll call that a day down here. All right, we'll go back to the car. I'll get my gear on, and we'll might jump in the water down here. Alright guys, I just put my wetsuit on. I'm going to go down into that small little area that didn't have much flow on it, and I'm going to use my scuba detector, and we'll see if we can find anything in that spot. I really don't know, not sure. The water's running pretty fast, but anyway, let's get in and have a look, and we'll see if we can find any treasure. It's getting pretty bloody hot in this wetsuit, so I'm going to get in the water, mate, and cool off.
picture. Here. That's it. Oh shit. Like that.
Alright guys, well I hopped out of the creek, the Thompson River, in that little quiet spot that I hopped into. Wasn't really good. I had trouble with my goggles. I've got these goggles and snorkel, but every time I put them on they just fogged up. I couldn't see anything. So I don't know if I'm wearing them wrong, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. I feel like I'm doing it right, I'm putting them on, but I should be able to see through them, and they're just fogging up constantly. So I don't know what's wrong with them. There's something not right. Anyway, what did we find? 2 bits of garbage, 2 bits of metal. We did have a couple of other signals, but I couldn't find them. It just got too dirty in the water, and I couldn't see out the goggles. It was just like all fogged up, and I just couldn't see. I couldn't see clearly the bottom, and it was just ridiculous. So I don't know. But anyway, we got 2 pieces of metal. Not much. I really thought there might be other stuff in there, maybe, if people come and swim in this area, but I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to call this a day. I'm going to head back now. It's a couple hour drive back home. Alright guys, well I know it wasn't a real successful metal detecting trip to Walhalla, but it was a good trip overall. I got to scout the place out a little bit more, and I did get in the river. However, the river I got into, the Thompson River, a little bit big, a little bit too fast flowing. I think what I'll do next time, if I go back to Walhalla over Christmas, what I'll do is I will just hunt that small creek that runs through the town, because there is rocky pools all through that creek, and it doesn't run hardly at all. So it's only got a small bit of flow through it, but I will try that in the future. But anyway, let's check out what I did find. Alright, so on the right here, these are the 2 items that I actually could find in the water in the Thompson River that I was using my hand detector with. Just little bits of trash metal, but the goggles I was using, I don't think they're not working real well. They seem to fog up, so I was struggling to see the bottom, even in 2 foot of water. And I really don't know why, but anyway, I'll suss that out and I'll get that sorted. So we found 2 bits there. I did have other signals, but I couldn't actually find them because I couldn't see what I was doing. And the cricket oval, that's all we have here too, like a couple of pull tabs, a couple of bits of just metal, probably aluminium, one bottle cap, pretty old. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's out of the bottle cap. And a little piece of, another little piece of aluminium, I suppose. Definitely ringing up on the detector. But, so, not much out of the cricket field, and bugger all out of the river. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit of just a day out adventure. I was hoping to find something with my detector, but wasn't to be. I'm Chris, Indoors Outdoors with Edgy. See you on the next hunt.